Good morning, students. Today I'm going to start with a new software called MS Access. So the first of all, I had gone to start. From there I have clicked. It is already here, so I had just double clicked on it. You can also do my all programs. Go to MS Office, Microsoft Office, then choose Microsoft Office Access. Now you'll get to see this screen, getting started with Microsoft Office Access. Now let me first explain you these things. Let me close this. The first option which shows is new blank database, where actually when we are starting new, we do not have any database, it's a blank one. We have to create a database of our choice. Now see, because I already had so many databases with me, at the right hand side it shows open recent database, and then recent database means which I had worked on. So these are the various options which are shown here, from where I can open those named database. Now I am assuming that we would not have any created database, so I will start, because this is a new one which I am showing it to you. So I will choose the option blank database. Now when I choose blank database, at the right hand side you can see blank database. Create a Microsoft Access database that does not contain any existing data or objects. Four kinds of objects are there in Access. One is tables, one is queries, one is forms, and one is reports. Now small things from here you have already learnt in your theory, that is what is a table, what is a query, what we do with a query, etc. Now same thing I'll be showing you here how we can do it. Now because today is the first class, I'm showing you how to open and create. Now file name, you will have to create or click a folder location where you want to create. Now see, there is some problem, like it may restrict me to do it. See, you cannot create, this is what it shows. Now for this, let me first choose this document folder, okay, and create sample MDN. So save as type I am choosing .accdb. You can also choose this format .mdb. It is a compatible format, and then I click OK. Now remember where I have created it. Now let me see whether it's allowing me to select this folder or not. It is not. So first I will create from it is my computer specifications problem. You can select a drive. I will prefer that you should not do any creation in your C drive. You will do it in either D, E, whatever other available drives are there. Now I click OK. Now right now I have only given a name. I have not created any file as such. I have just given a file name sample_mdn, and this is the path where my folder is, or when my access file will be there. Now I click on create. Now I click on create. So this is my sample_mdn created with all blank database. I have not created any databases right now. It is only a blank database which we have created. Now remember, I told you we need to first design the database. For designing the database, now see, here by default one table is given. I will just remove this. I will just close the table from here. You can see now sample MDN given here. Now this is home tab. I'll explain what is it. Different views, clipboard, cut, copy, paste. Now these are the format types: font, bold, italics, underline, font color, this color fill, all these options are there. Records, sort and filter, all this. Now as because we do not have any records, these are all disabled as of now. Now the very first thing, I am going to create a table. So I click on the tab called create. Create. When I create, click on create, you can see this is the table option. These are the options of tables. These are the options of forms. These are of queries which we are going to use, and these are reports. Now we cannot work on any of these until unless we have a proper table. Now create table design. Now when I create a table design, 3 fields, 3 columns are there. One is called field name, one is called data type, one is description. Now description is actually optional. We usually write the meaning of the attributes. Now remember, the field names are attributes in a database, I told you so many times. So these are the qualities of an entity. Now suppose I want to create a table called student. What does the student have? Student will have roll number, roll underscore NO. Now always remember that every table must have a unique field. What is that unique field? I hope if you remember, you must remember that it is a unique field is known as a primary key with which we retrieve the records. So that we have to define it. Now first of all, right click, you see this option primary key. So we click on primary key. A small key symbol appears here. So this is a field roll number. Now when I say roll number, now I have to, what kind of data I will enter in this roll number? It could be alphabets and number together, it could be only number. That depends. You have to think. Now as a database developer, you need to be very flexible. You do not know, suppose you are developing this and giving it to an organization, you do not know what type of data they will want to enter. So usually they prefer, like if I give S and then a roll number, so one alphabet is there, so it is better we choose text for the roll number. Now how many types of data types are there? These are the various types of data. Some more types are available in 2013. In 2013 these are here. So we'll choose the data type text. Data type text. Now you see, as I told you, description is optional. I will write the meaning of this here. Roll number is chosen as primary key. Roll number is chosen as primary key. Now when I click on this field, you see here are 2 more attributes, general and lookup. 2 more attribute for roll number. These are 2 more field types, field properties are given. Now for the general field type, these are the options. So whenever, as and when we are requiring each of these attributes, I'll tell you what it works or how it goes. Right now we will not be using so many options, we do not require them. Now field size. The maximum size of a text field is actually 255. Now remember, I told you traditional approach and a normal data approach, there is a difference. In traditional approach, we cannot limit the size. Whatever is the size, whether it is wasting, unutilized, we have to keep it like that. In database, we can restrict that wastage. So let me remove this and make it, suppose if I want 5 characters for roll number. So I make the field size 5. So from 255, only 5 characters are used. So I am restricting the size of this roll number to 5. Now format. How I want the text type. Now let me see what are the format given. No format is mentioned here because I've just chosen as 5. Let's keep it like this. So these are the options remaining which we are not requiring now. So now we come to the next field name. Next field name, suppose name, or let me write as student this is not responding, it is showing. Anyway, the name is apply is a reserved word. Okay, I am not giving this, so I want to change st underscore name. Always remember, do not give any space in between two different words. Whenever you are writing any field name, try to give a complete field name, or if you are giving two different words, put an underscore. Do not give space. So I have written st underscore name, that is student name. Name is a reserved word here. Now for text, here description I need not write. Here it was a primary key, because why we need a primary key? Because each field without having a primary key cannot be worked with, because we need one identification key to uniquely retrieve the records from the table. So we need to have a primary key. That is why in each time we define a database, we must include a primary key. Now for the next field, student name. This also we choose as text type. Now student name is alphabet, so we'll choose text type. In the general property, field size, I'll keep it 25, because you can keep 30 also for any longer names. So, or let's make it first name. Anyway, I'll show that later on. Instead of name, we can also write first name, last name separately. Anyway, now we are only doing the combined form. Next, date of birth. Now this field, instead of text, you know, date and time would be more appropriate. Here in the description I write specifies date type of data. Now in this case, when we are using date and time, obviously there is no option as what we are having field size. We were not having any field size here. So date and time, we will have the format, how you want to include the date and time, whether you want general date to be written like this, date, time, then PM, AM like that, long date like this, medium date, short date, how you want. I want short date, so it will be short date. When I am mentioning short date, so irrespective how you enter the date, it will be entered or shown as short date. Okay, next, address. Now address 1, this is also text type. Let's put it 30 characters. Address 2, let's also put this to be 30 characters. Next, suppose pin code. Now let's put this to be number, because I know pin code is actually number. How many digits? Field size, no need of putting long. Now remember one thing, whatever type we are choosing from here, the description is shown at the right hand side. So here I'll just do integer. Pin code of an area. Now let's include phone number, or you can write contact number. Contact number. Contact number is actually, see here for contact number I'll not put as number data type. Why? Because in contact number we have hyphen, we can have bracket, all these things we can have. So here I will put as text. Phone number usually we consider it to be as text, and we write as 10. Field size to be 10. Always remember, when you are setting the field names, you have to set the field properties also. That is very important. Validation text. Enter only 10 digits. I'll show you the validation rule later on. That means this will be shown. Enter, if you are trying to enter more than that, it will be popping up. Enter only 10 digits. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fields we have entered. Now let us save this. Do you want to save? As I try to close this, this message will pop up. Do you want to save changes to the design of table 1? Yes. So it is asking for a table name. So I'll write student as the table name. So I will click on save as table name student. Okay. So now when I click OK, can you see a symbol for table is given here, and the corresponding name of the table is written here, after which the name of the object is written here. The object is table. Name of the object table is student, and the corresponding picture icon is shown here as it shows it is a student table. Now I have created my table. Now one thing you must remember, sometimes you might get a yellow line here as security options are disabled. Please click on enable content. If you do not do enable content, now it is not showing in my case, but you will face this many a times, it will show. That time if you do not do it enable content, you cannot work with your query or any such objects in future. So make sure your security options are enabled, otherwise you cannot work with queries, tables, etc. Now my table is created. That means I have designed my table, but there are no records. Now right click it, design view. This is what I had designed, but at this point of time I cannot enter any records. It is showing how my file is or how my table is designed. Now if I do open, my data sheet view is open. This is called data sheet view, where you can enter records. Now remember how many digits I had given? 10001. 5 digits, 1 2 3 4 5. If I try to give anything, it will not allow me to enter. It will just give a beep sound, because I have fixed the file size to 5. So, and remember one thing, if you do not enter anything in the primary key, it will not allow you to save the record. It will just keep on prompting with a message. Now I can press the tab key and come to the next data type field. What you have to enter? You have to enter the data here, student name. Now 25 characters I have given. Now let's put some name here. Written Momita Das. Okay, I can place the cursor here like this, as well as I give the tab sign also, and can shift. Now here you see a calendar is shown here, date of birth. You can directly enter from here, or you can select from here, calendar. Now I do you can go back like this, or go to next like this, or simply you can add. But this is 2019, don't you think it is not feasible that a student enrolled in a college 2019? No. So let's put some 1996. This is the short date format. 13 is not the month. 13 cannot be month, so 13 is the day and 3 is the month, that is March. Now let's put address line. Suppose I put 13 Sham Bazar near, I am writing some arbitrary words, Netaji's statue. Pin code I am writing 700053. If I want to put something, is not taking that. Remember, I have given pin code I did not restrict it to 6. Let me check it. It should take 6 characters. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, we'll check this. The value you entered does not match the number data type in this column. That means something mistake is there. Now I have to see whether I have given text type of data or not. Let's come out, save it. Pin code has not been entered. Let's go to the design view and check what I have given for number. Number data type is not taking here. Let's give, otherwise I'll do text if it doesn't take that way also. Yes, single data type it has taken. Oh, it allows many characters, so 6. If you have given text, then you could have set it to 6 or something. Contact number. It is giving a message because we have allowed or we have set that we should enter only 10 digits. Now is it 10? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. That is why it is no more accepting. So we have to stop here. Even unintentionally, if we try to keep on entering, that means for phone number, it is not going to work that way. So for we have set the field size to 10, so it is going to accept only 10 characters.